Sometime between the years 620 and 560 BC, there came to the court of King Croesus a freedman known as Aesop. Years before, while he was still a slave, he had become well known as a storyteller. It would be a mistake to look at Aesop as just a teller of tales or a jester. For a while, he certainly amused his listeners. His main purpose was to instruct.
King Croesus may very well have learned more truth from Aesop's fables than from the philosophers and wise men of his court. Aesop was admired by many for his shrewd intelligence and wit, but his last visit to Delphi cost him his life, when he incurred the displeasure of the Delphians, and yet his fame lived on beyond his time. His statue is erected in Athens in front of the statues of the 7 sages.
Aesop never wrote down any of his fables. They were passed on by oral tradition for centuries. The first recorded accounts of the tales that bore his name were not made until nearly 300 years after his death. For generations, it was expected that Athenian gentlemen be able to retell Aesop's fable.
Did Aesop invent the fable? No, he merely used a form of a beast tale, which compared human motives and acts with the ways of the wily fox, timid deer, noble lion, and others, and endowed them with human passions and speech. The fable in those early times was not a child's plaything. It was a primer for the nation. Despite their wear and tear of 25 centuries, the spirit of Aesop's fables is still intact, and here we are depicting them for you as puppeteers. We invite you to decode the messages hidden in the beastly tales by Aesop. Once upon a time, a raven was envious of the beautiful plumage of a swan and thought that the swan's beauty must give it advantage in life.
Swan, your feathers are so white and pure. How I wish to have such beauty.
My friend, beauty alone does not define one's worth or happiness.
The raven, dissatisfied with its own appearance, wished to trade its feathers with the swan.
Swan, let us exchange feathers, yours for mine.
Each bird has its own beauty. Feathers do not determine happiness or success.
Ignoring the swan's wisdom, the raven started to wonder if the swan's beauty came from the waters it swam in,
What makes you so white and beautiful? Could it be that the waters have magic qualities to turn one's feathers from black to white?
I doubt that very much. Water is water. It is no different in my pond.
And so the raven left the neighborhood of the inns where he made his living by taking bits of meat left from the plates of the diners and went and lived among the pools and streams where Swan was from.
This is perfect. Now I will bathe in these clean waters, and I'm sure it won't be long before my feathers are white.
You saw us splashing and moving around quite a bit. Are you sure your plan's gonna work?
I'm sure it will work. Look at you. It worked for you.
But though he washed and plumed his feathers all day long, almost drowning himself at it, his feathers remained as black as ever.
It's not working. How can this be? I am still as black as coal, and all this water hasn't done me any good. I'll keep trying.
There he washed and plumed his feathers, but all to no purpose. His plumage remained as black as ever, and before long he perished of want of his usual food.
There once was a lion who was hungry. Hunting had not been too good during the past weeks. He was sitting by the roadside, feeling sorry for himself, when suddenly a handsome horse traveled by.
Your noble steed, I see in you strength and vigor. Would you lend me your swiftness for a task?
Greetings, mighty lion. I am at your service. For my speed knows no equal, but I must keep going with my present task. I am sorry I cannot stop to help.
The lion's mouth watered as he thought what a wonderful dinner that horse would make if only he could catch it.
Oh, I simply cannot get the horse off my mind. What a terrific dinner he would make. I wonder how I could catch him. I shall give it some thought.
So the lion devised a plan. He let it be known that he became a wonderful doctor who could heal any animal's complaint.
Dr. Lion, at your service. I specialize in horse medicine.
I hear this lion has devised a tall tale. He thinks he's a doctor. I am curious how he would help me if I came to him pretending I had a thorn in my hoof.
So the horse made his way to the lion's den, seeking help for the pretend thorn.
Nee, ow, ow, nee. Welcome, welcome, horse. I am so glad you came to visit me. I will surely help you. Ha, ha, ha. Horse, would you raise one of your hind feet so I can examine it?
Solicitously, in his best bedside manner, Lion bent his head as though to examine Horse's ailing hoof.
Now is my chance. Roar!
Here's my chance. Nee! The horse let go with his hoof. There was a sickening thud as his hoof met the lion's nose.
Meow!
And
around, the last thing the lion remembers was the whinny of laughter as the horse galloped away towards the forest.
Ha ha ha, and you thought I would be your dinner.
A shepherd boy tended his master sheep near a dark forest not far from the village. It was indeed a lonely spot at the edge of the village. He found his life in the pasture very dull and no companions with whom to pass the long hours of the day. All he could do to amuse himself was talk to a dog or play on a shepherd's pipe. Then he had an idea. Would it be great fun to host the villagers by pretending that a wolf was attacking the sheep? Oh my, I can picture the excitement. Wolf, wolf, the wolf is chasing the sheep.
A wolf? Oh my, I must help the boy and his flock.
The villager hurried to the boy's aid with clubs and guns only to find no wolf.
Where is the wolf? I am here to help. There is no wolf here, boy. Why did you deceive me?
The villager, frustrated, returned to her duty, warning the boy about seriousness of his actions. She fell for it. This is fun. Days passed, and the mysterious boy, finding the villager's reactions amusing, played the same trick again. Wolf, wolf, the wolf is back.
Again, I'll go, but I'm not sure I trust this.
The villager went to help him, only to be laughed at again.
This is enough. You cannot keep deceiving me.
Oh, but you should see the look on your face. It's only a joke. Then one evening, as the sun was setting behind the forest and the shadows were creeping out over the pasture, a wolf crept from the underbrush and fell upon the sheep.
Aha! What a delicious feast set before me tonight. Get out of my way, little shepherd boy. Ba, ba, ba.
Wolf, wolf, be wolf this time. This is not a hoax. Help, help. The villager, supposing him to be up to his old tricks, paid no heed to his cries.
No way I am going up that hill again, only to be tricked and laughed at. Not this time. Nuh-uh. Nope, absolutely not. Where is your help? I see. No one has come to help you then. What a good fortune for me.
Oh, please believe me. Won't anyone believe me? It's a real living wolf.
Ah, so many sheep. Where do I begin? This one looks delicious. I'll start with this one. Ba, ba. And that sheep there. Ba, ba. And that sheep there. Ba, ba. A whole feast with this flock before me.
Toodle-doo!
A fox was trotting past a farmer's yard early one morning when he heard a rooster crowing. Upon investigating, he found the bird was perched in a tall tree far out of reach of anyone who might be entertaining thoughts of having him for breakfast.
Why, cousin, what a pleasure it is to see you. Won't you come down and let me greet you properly? I would love to, but as you know, there are some animals who would like nothing but to grab me and eat me. Why, my dear cousin, do you mean to say you haven't heard the news? All the animals have agreed to live in peace with one another.
While the fox was speaking, the rooster kept craning his neck as though he could see something very interesting in the distance. Naturally, the fox was consumed with curiosity.
Cousin, what in the world do you hear there that's so interesting? Oh, nothing much. Just a pack of hens headed in this direction and coming at a fast clip.
The crowing rooster said this so as to trick the fox. There were indeed no hounds approaching, but not being high enough to see, the fox began to tremble in fear of his great presence.
Oh, please excuse me. I just saw something that's forgotten. What's the hurry? I was just coming down for a talk. You don't mean to say that you have anything to be afraid of, that as you know about the wonderful peace plan. Well, maybe those hounds haven't heard about it yet.
Once upon a time, a thirsty ant went to a spring for a drink of water. While climbing down a blade of grass to reach the spring, he fell in.
Oh, woe is me. I, an industrious ant, find myself trapped in this treacherous stream. Fear not, friend ant. I shall not stand idly by while you suffer.
The dove, moved by compassion, plucked a leaf from a nearby tree and dropped it into the water, creating a makeshift raft for the struggling ant.
Gratitude, kind dove, you have saved me from a watery demise. It is but a small deed, dear ant. In times of need, friends should lend a helping wing.
The ant, grateful for the dove's assistance, promised to return the favor if ever the opportunity arose.
Though small and lowly, my strength is not to be underestimated. If you shall need my help one day, count on me. Your offer warms my heart, noble ant. May our friendship endure like the eternal sky.
Time passed, and one day a hunter approached, aiming his bow at the unsuspecting dove.
Oh, peril approaches my avian ally. I must act swiftly.
The resourceful ant, remembering the promise made by the dove, bit the hunter's foot with all its might.
Ow! Blasted! A sharp sting from the earth below!
Startled by the pain, the hunter's aim faltered, and the dove, quick and nimble, soared into the safety of the sky.
Thank you, dear ant. Your loyalty has spared me from harm.
In a forest not too far away, Fox, known for his cunning and sly ways, couldn't resist bragging about his supposed 100 tricks. Meanwhile, Cat, a wise and quiet creature, observed with curiosity.
Ah, hello there, quiet cats. Have I told you? I devised a whole bag of tricks. For instance, I know of at least 100 different ways of escaping my enemies, the dogs.
How remarkable! As for me, I have only one trick, though I usually make it work. I wish you could teach me some of yours.
Well, some other time when I have nothing else to do, I might teach you one or two of my easier ones.
Little did Fox know that his boasting would soon be put to the ultimate test. In the distance, a hungry dog had caught wind of his presence and began to close in.
Woof, woof, I smell something delicious. Oh dear, it seems we have an uninvited guest. No matter, I have 100 tricks up my sleeve.
Yes, what good timing this is. I begin to become curious about your tricks. Please, Master Fox, won't you please show me your most elaborate and rigorous escapes? The dog was coming straight toward the spot where the cat and the fox stood. Like a flash, the cat scampered up the tree and disappeared in the foliage. No, this is the simple trick I told you about. It's my only one. Now go, Fox. Which trick are you going to use? I am eager to see your victory.
The double back dash, no, the burrow bluff, maybe the shadow shuffle. Oh, what to do?
The fox sat there trying to decide which of his many tricks he was going to employ. Nearer and nearer came the hound. When it was quite too late, the fox decided to run for it.
Ruff, ruff, grr, ha, there you are, an easy and vulnerable target. This can't be happening. I am Fox, the master of 100 tricks. Ah!
But even before he started, the dog was upon him, and that was the end of the fox, big full tricks and all.
In the ancient record of Fables, a story unfolds, featuring Tortoise and the Eagle. Let's delve into the narrative of their unlikely companionships.
Greetings, Tortoise. Why do you look so downcast today?
Noble Eagle, I am not content with my lowliness. Life I long to be like the birds effortlessly floating on air. I want to see the world quickly. Undeterred, the tortoise persisted in convincing the eagle how to teach him how to fly, to experience the world from a new vantage point. Please teach me to fly. I promise I have many treasures to give you if you consent.
Dear Tortoise, it is simply idle for you to try. If you were meant to fly, nature would have provided you wings. I cannot teach you how to fly.
But it seems so simple. It is only a matter of learning the craft of air, and you, my sir, are the one to teach me. Recognizing the tortoise's determination, the eagle hatched a plan to steal the slow creature the masses of the world.
Fear not, friend Tortoise.
I will do my best and bring you up into the air, and you can experience the thrill of flight.
The tortoise, trusting the eagle's words, agreed to the proposed adventure.
I'm ready, dear eagle. Let us embark on this extraordinary journey.
With the tortoise securely held in his talons, the eagle took to the sky, soaring higher and higher.
Behold, tortoise, the world below unfolds like a tapestry. Is this not a sight to behold?
It's indeed magnificent, but I long for the safety of the earth beneath my feet.
The eagle, convinced to teach the tortoise to fly, continued its climb into the air. He loosened his hold upon the now thoroughly frightened tortoise.
All right, friend tortoise, here's your chance. Start flying!
Ah!
The poor tortoise, however, dropped like a plummet and was dashed to pieces on the rocks below.
Once upon a time, a dispute arose between the wind and the sun. Each claimed superiority and decided to settle their disagreement through a trial of strength.
Look, sun, I am mightier than you. With a single breath, I can conceive the most abhorrent mortals to yield.
Watch wind as dear wind. You are mistaken. Your turns may bend trees and stir seas, but gentleness holds a sway far more potent.
There seemed to be no way to settle their quarrel, but suddenly they saw a traveler coming down the road.
This is our chance to prove who is right. Whichever of us can make that traveler take off her cloak shall be stronger. And just to show you how sure I am, I'll let you have the first chance.
Step aside, or radiant ones. Let the master of the tempest show you how it's done.
So the sun hid behind a cloud, and the wind blew an icy blast.
Why do you resist, O mortal? Yield your cloak to my mighty gusts.
Oh my, what a blustery wind that has just picked up. Brrr. The traveler stood firm, resisting the wind's furious efforts. She kept her cloak wrapped tightly around her.
Watch wind as I with gentle warmth convince that traveler to take off her cloak willingly.
The sun's golden beams enveloped the traveler in a benevolent embrace. The sun's rays grew warmer and warmer.
Why now, all of a sudden, I am feeling rather toasty. Yes, rather toasty indeed.
The traveler took off her cap and mopped her brow. At last, she became so heated that she pulled off her cloak and, to escape the blazing sunshine, threw herself down in the welcome shade of a tree by the roadside. So the sun was right after all.
Thank you, parents and family and friends, for coming to the first grade puppet show. We're so glad you're here. The first graders have worked so hard on their scripts. They've learned to read. They've learned to make puppets, design a puppet. It's a lot of work to read and move and know where you're going with your props, so they did an excellent job. Thank you, parents, for all the work you did at home, for practicing lines and helping with the puppets. We appreciate all of that. A special thank you to Mrs. Niederloh. Where is she? Back there in the back. She was the backstage ninja, making sure everything was running smoothly. So thank you, Mrs. Niederloh. In a moment, the first graders will proceed down the aisle, and then we'll begin our reception. A couple instructions for that. They'll go down the aisle and line up kind of in front of the room where the glass doors are. When everyone is over there, you may go and meet and greet and congratulate them, take pictures with their puppets, do all of that fun things. We do ask before you grab your snacks and your drinks that you'd help your first grader put their puppets back in the puppet stand. We'll have 2 people bring it into the back of the chapel so that it's safe, and then you can enjoy yourself. First graders, are you listening? Yes. We are still in school, so during our reception, you need to still follow the first grade RiverTree rules. So no running or through pews or around pews, no climbing or going under pews. So parents, you can help monitor your first graders that we are enjoying our reception in a mature way. And after you've had your treats, we'll kind of clean up, take care of the garbage, and then I will gather all of the first graders, and we'll all head back into the classrooms and get our backpacks and go to carpool. And we ask, again, that no one takes their kids early. We'll all go through the carpool, go outside. If you do want to wait for your student, just hang out in the lobby for a little bit, and then when carpool is all over, you can receive your student. So thank you for coming. Can we give another round of applause?